All done. So today we are going to do grid. So remember yesterday at the, after we finished the stream, we discussed that CSS grid generator thing.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to work on that concept where we can write those different variations. Okay. So if you just look at CSS images, you might find, see, this is the concept. You can write one with grid. You can define these boxes like how we saw over there in that grid generator. Then just with a media query, you give another set of styles of how it should look on the mobile.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the idea. And by using grid layout and stuff like that, you can get complex layouts like this. This is possible with grid. So any website where you see all of these different squares and tiles, literally your start screen, this is a grid. Okay. Yeah. So that is the idea of placing tiles and whatnot. Think of all the squares that you can put and you can fit things in. Okay, fine.
So where is the grid here?
Sorry. Yeah, click this and you should get the questions, right? Start with 1. Yeah.
80.
Yeah.
We do 40 and 40.
We will see. Depends on how the task is.
Okay.
Right? Gonna start this 40 minutes, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're sort of building this Syed. Okay. You saw the thing on top, no?
Yeah.
Did you try making it responsive and seeing what it looks like on mobile?
No.
So this is what it looks like on full width. Heading, something like this. Boxes here, some things here and this. Okay. So if we make this smaller, you see how this became 2 columns?
2 columns only, yes.
If we try making it smaller, will it become 1 column? See, now it became 1 column. This is what we are building.
So this is called responsive.
Yeah, this is exactly what is responsive sites, na? That it changes as you change the size. But you are writing 3 sets of CSS rules.
Yeah, one for mobile.
Yeah, one for this, one for that. So your common rules will be basically the mobile layout, and then in media queries you'll write the desktop and the other one's layout.
Yeah,
okay. Fine. I don't like this.
Me neither.
Doc type HTML. Then add a head and body. Add a meta tag with appropriate char set. Meta. What is char set? UTF-8, right?
Yeah.
Equal to and meta tag for mobile responsiveness.
UFT, right?
Sorry?
UFT-8, right?
UTF. I don't remember the exact this one for.
For mobile. Mobile is with.
Yeah. Viewport.
Equal with plus something. I don't remember either. Yeah, device with equal content.
Viewport. Yeah, I'll just look it up, Syed, so that we can just put it right like that. What is the setting? What is the reading?
So name equal viewport and content
Name equal to viewport, content equal to width equal to,
device
I'm just putting it here, width equal to device dash width,
dash width,
comma, initial dash scale
initial dash scale
equal to
equal to
1.0 and close double quotes.
yeah, finally. And the title.
They have disabled those emmet things also, dude. So I just can't do that and get it to auto populate. Right? I mean, I don't get the idea of, I don't know. Just want to copy all of this down. Add a title element with the text magazine. Then add a link element for this. Link href, right?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't put href. Right. Thank you. Free link, yeah?
Yeah.
Style.
So what is happening over here is, have they mentioned the instructions? No. Href should have a type, correct?
Yeah. No, no need for time. It's not necessary. Relative, eh?
Yeah, the dot slash, no?
Style sheets.
Yeah.
See?
Dude, this setup I don't like.
Me neither.
Sayed. It just feels like we're wasting time. Fine. Within our body, create a main element. In that element, create a section with a class heading. Within your heading element, create a header element with a class header class hero. In that element, create a image. Just copying that line and just editing it, Syed. Just
Which one? Which line?
image.
19?
Yeah. No. I'm copying the text from here in that this whole description in that element, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just editing that sentence. The loading attribute on an image can be set to lazy to tell the browser not to fetch the image resource until it is needed, as when the user scrolls the image into view. Okay. As an additional benefit, lazy loaded elements will not load until the non-lazy loaded elements. Non-lazy elements are loaded. This means users with slow internet connections can view the content of your page without having to wait for the images to load. Give your image elements a loading attribute set to lazy. Loading equal to lazy.
What is that
Should
loading?
create a header element, it says. Sorry?
Loading?
Yeah, loading is another attribute. Like how we added source and alt and class, like that you have to add loading. It's another property. And in that, its value you're setting lazy. It means that the HTML will still load even if the image is taking time to load. You know, on those pages where the content comes and then like the image loads later.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay, what did I do wrong? Within your heading element, create a header element with the class set to hero. Within my heading element, create a header with class set to hero. Fine. Header closes. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
In that element, create an image element. Okay. Why is it telling me yours worked?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you have a look at why mine is stuck here? What did I do wrong? I have header,
Yeah.
class hero,
Yeah.
close header,
Yeah.
image img,
Yeah.
src equal to whatever they have given, alt equals freeCodeCamp logo,
Loading equals to lazy. Class equals to
hero image, and it closes. Slash.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Check your code. You should create header element. Okay. Spelling mistake. My bad. After your image element, add one h1 element with the class. Just copy this. After my image element, add a h1 element. The class set to hero-title. Hero-title and text set to our new curriculum. Followed by a paragraph element with the class set to paragraph element class equal to hero-subtitle.
In a paragraph?
And text set to, yeah. All good?
Yeah.
Your image currently takes up a lot of space. To better see what you're working on, add a width attribute to the image element with a value of 400. You will remove this later on when you have worked on the CSS. So here we have to add width equal to, I think in double quotes, 400. Okay.
I have a problem, bro. Yes.
Okay.
Step 6.
Yeah. In that you just have to add in image Syed.
Yeah.
After class, add width equal to 400.
Yeah. That's it. Nice.
Okay. 7. After your header element, create a div with the class set to author. Div with class set to author. Inside the div, they need a paragraph element. Okay. And the paragraph element with class equal to author name. Author name, and give it the text by freeCodeCamp. Wrap the freeCodeCamp portion in an anchor element with href set to. Can I give you a suggestion, Syed?
No.
We can just skip. We can look at each one of these and just go to the next step instead of actually having to type this out, because we're just doing a repetition of this. Okay.
Sure.
So let us look at how the structure is being built.
Let's go to
Okay.
10 straight to what 10?
No,
Yeah.
instead of just okay, fine. Let us go and the problem is they don't have the place where the CSS gets started writing, right? So we will look at it step by step, just to see what HTML is being added.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this at this point it just makes no sense doing.
All this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, after a header element, create a div with. Okay, we see here we just have image, texture, and this. Okay.
Heading and text.
Yeah. In the next, they added by
Anchor.
freeCodeCamp along with link and date.
Right.
Okay. Obviously, they're giving different classes to it. Right. So see, this has March 7th, 2019 has a class of publish date.
Yeah.
And this is how you will write the CSS there for each of these items. Similarly, you have a div of author, right, by freeCodeCamp.
Yeah.
So obviously the author name is freeCodeCamp.
Yeah.
And has a link. So author name has a link. Okay. So this is what is done here. They are just giving proper class names for each of the paragraphs. We'll eventually see what that is about. Then here, anchor element and give them a this. So you're just adding a bunch of social elements. You see, where is social elements? Where is this? Where is your icon? I don't see any of these links. Do you see these social icons?
Maybe in the next one.
Okay, the social icons are here.
Yeah.
You're just adding all the icons. So remember this line here when we put font awesome.
And we put also
Yeah.
icons.
Yeah, so font awesome is a
For type.
icon library. It has a ton of you basically put that link. You put this link, okay, and then you can write a CSS for, let us say, for example, we'll go to icons and
Instagram. Go to Search.
Okay.
Instagram.
Here, okay, here's a Facebook here, right? So let us say I want to use this icon. They have used, what have they used? They have used just this F, right? So what icon is it? That is this. I click this and you see this. After I add my link rel, after I add this, I can just directly use
That one.
that. I just paste it there and the icon comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're just doing the normal HTML stuff of adding the link and putting it here, there, whatnot. Then some text here.
Yeah.
This is first paragraph, text under that class. This was number 12.
12.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
That's it?
21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, okay.
Some second paragraph. Third paragraph. One new block quote element.
Block quotes, yeah.
Okay. So block quote is again another one CSS element,
Yeah.
which again you can style.
Yeah.
Okay. Paragraph. One more paragraph. All of this is just the HTML. We would have wasted an hour doing this one. Paragraph. See each of these sections. Now here these paragraphs you see, these are this paragraph was a quote.
Yeah.
Okay, block quote, inside block quote. The rest of these are just normal paragraphs. They don't have any class.
Yeah.
Okay, paragraph, paragraph, paragraph. This was the end of the section.
Paragraph.
Then they added a new section, text with images.
Yeah.
Okay. Paragraph. Heading, probably the topic or something.
Yeah.
A bunch of HTML.
Yeah.
This is a UL. What are the class names? You have an article class, brief history. Class equals brief history.
H3.
Title, last title, brief history, whatever. UL class is lists, list subtitle. This is a H4 and this is a paragraph. Okay.
Yeah.
No difference. I don't see any difference. Adding an image. Added this image.
Yeah.
Okay. Image has a bunch of stuff. Alt, lazy loading, class, width, 600. All of these properties are there. Okay. Eventually, I think we'll override the width and height in the CSS.
CSS.
After the image, another image.
Another image.
Okay. This was step
23.
24. Within your image quote for an image, another image. Image has a quote, or
Yeah.
this another some quote has been added, some before and after pseudo. Okay, so we're starting your CSS here. Okay,
26,
yeah. So in this also, no, we will go till the part where they start talking about, because in this also they'll do the typography part, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here they're doing normalization, before, after, padding 0, margin 0. So they're setting they're resetting, doing a CSS reset basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Create a HTML selector, give font size this one. So what is this? For the page, you're setting font size equals 62.5%. Box sizing, box border box. This border box makes the padding and margin inside the box, making the overflow not go outside. Remember on that day we discussed
About the flex box.
we used to get the scroll bar and elements used to come out, and then we put border box, and then we saw that this one, right?
Yeah.
So they're adding border box for the HTML element, so everything comes inside. Okay, font size 62.5% it seems. Giving a background color here and a font family. This font was what we added in Google Fonts.
Yeah.
That is why we are able to use this font. Okay, background color and text color. You are giving this color basically is text color. Okay. H1 font family, gave a different font for H1. Okay, this was 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. So all the other headings you are giving except the H1. H1 has this font.
Yeah.
So H2, H3 you are giving a different font. H1 has one font. H2, H3 all of these have separate font.
Yeah.
Anchor link. text decoration none, color.
Yeah.
For link, here they are starting with display grid. Okay. Now you can style the layout of your grid. CSS grid is similar to Flexbox in that it has a special property for both the parent and child elements. In this case, your parent element is the main element. Set the like how you do display flex to the parent, right? Like that you do display flex to the again parent over here.
Yeah.
So the grid things will be applicable inside the grid. Okay. Set the content to have a 3-column layout by adding a grid template columns property. Okay, so here we'll start writing. This is step 33 side. Those boxes went up. Yeah.
Step
33.
Bro, can I get some water, please? You don't have cold water now.
I open you. Nothing in the fridge. But the water might be cold in the jug in the kitchen. It'll be cooler than here.
Okay, I will try later on.
Alright.
Okay, step 33.
So we have to give a property called grid dash template dash columns and the value of 1 fr 94 rem and 1 fr. Okay, you see what happened here? So grid dash template columns, what it does is it basically allows you to define what type of columns you want. Okay, now say for example you want 50% 50%. You write grid dash template dash column, you write 50% 50%. First column will get 50%, second will get 50%. Or you can write pixels, or you can write rem, m, any types of units it accepts.
Yeah.
Okay, so fr is a new unit which you are hearing about, which is a fraction. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you give, let us say you want 3 columns.
Yeah.
And you give 1 fr, 1 fr, 1 fr, total 3.
Yeah.
So each one will get 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. If you give 1 fr, 2 fr, 1 fr, so 1 by 3, 1 by 3, what happens? It becomes 33, 33, 33.
No.
If you want 25%, 50% and 25%, what will you write?
1 fr,
1 fr,
2 fr,
2 fr, 1 fr.
I got you.
Okay, so that is how you specify that order. So now when we wrote, now just to have a look at this, different types of units you can have are auto. Okay, or what other values are there? Different values. None, auto, max content, min content, length is all the values what we are talking about in initial inherit. But the idea is you give multiple values. See, 30 pixel, 200 pixel, auto, 100. So these will all be fixed. And this auto will expand or contract as needed. It can be either 0 or it can be infinite. So if we do try this, you see this 30, 200, auto, 100. 30, 200, this is auto, right? So that expands or automatically reduces to the minimum possible, right? So you get the idea of what that property does. Yeah. Similarly, you will have something for, let us say, rows. Let us see how that is done. Okay, so here you get 1 fr and then this one gets minimum of this whole column is 94 rem and this is 1 fr. Okay. Use the min-max function to make your columns responsive on any device. The min-max function takes 2 arguments. The first being the minimum value and the second being the maximum value. These values could be a length, a percentage, any types of values it basically takes. or even a keyword like max content. Wrap each of your already defined values of the grid template columns property in a min-max function. Use each value as the second argument, and the first argument should be 2rem, min content, and 2rem respectively. So I will do alt and go to all three of them. Min max, open bracket, go front, close bracket. No, actually I'll undo that. No, I'll let that be. Okay, fine. So the first value should be, so min max basically takes minimum or maximum. Okay, so in this you are basically telling the first column should be minimum 2rem or maximum 1fr for the first one. Second one, minimum min content, comma 94rem and 2rem comma 1fr. This one right now looks broken.
This is the last one, min max.
Min max 2rem comma 1fr. Okay, so you understood how the columns work, no?
Yeah.
What I do anytime a grid comes, I literally go to the generator, I draw my patterns, I take the 3 codes and then I put it. I don't use that generator actually, I use is this the one? No. There's one pink color website, bro. Layout it, this one. This is the site that I use because over here, see this is again from the previous whatever work. Text overlay, product description, this is what I was working on whatever previously. Okay, so we'll clear this whole thing up. Product image, those are the 3 columns. How can I reset this? If I wanted to design a site, over here I can give names, right? I can give names to the classes, no? So I will literally have this is what I would do to design a mobile site. I would give how many ever, I would change this to min content, or instead of this one pixels, I will give 100 pixels for header, 100 pixels for footer, and this one I will give auto, say for example. Here I will write area name as header. Here I'll write header, enter. This one will be content, enter, and this one will be footer, enter. 100 pixels. Okay. Column gap, this grid template, this one will be percentage 100%. This is my mobile layout now. Yeah. Okay, and here in my settings I will go to use grid template areas. Okay, when I use this grid template areas, I can, so how we were doing, see grid template column I would do 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my mobile layout. Rows, same like how we did for columns.
Yeah.
100 pixel, auto, 100 pixel is whatever I mentioned here. Okay, gap is another thing. Gap basically controls how much gap you have between each of the rows and columns if you need gap. Yeah. Okay, but typically it is 0, default is 0. So for this I have header, content, footer, correct? Reset this. Again this one has 100 pixels, right? 100 pixel, auto, 100 pixel, right? How many columns do I need? I have 3 columns, right? Okay, So here I will have my header. Here I will have here I will put my main or whatever content. No, that was the name of the tag. Here I will put, let us say,
Sidebar.
Let us say author, for example.
Yeah.
Author. And here I will put footer. Okay. Come back here. I need to add one more row. Add pixel, and let us say I'll keep this as min max, and in min max I can set the value. I will keep minimum 100 pixel, maximum I will keep whatever, how much ever content is. Okay.
Yeah.
Remove this footer. I'll call this author, and this will be footer 100. Minimum will be 20 pixels, maximum will be auto. Okay.
Yeah.
Now these are now my two layouts. I literally come here, define the layout, copy this and put it in my CSS. Okay. But you should know what the properties are doing.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have now seen the property of, you have now seen in freeCodeCamp how this one worked, right? What grid template columns does.
Yeah.
Rows also works in the same functionality. Now in this, if you can take this to a complex level. Okay. This is a simple page, right?
Yeah.
Now let us say, for example, we will go to which site do you shop on? Amazon?
Yeah.
I'll go to Amazon. I'll go to some nice
Nike.
okay, Nike. Let's go to men. Yes, I accept. Shoes. Now go to this shoe and let us look at this product page. Now you see this.
Yeah.
These boxes, you can have as many photos as you want, correct? So this one, what will you use?
Which one?
Now there are two boxes. There are two columns. This full column
Yeah.
of images.
Yeah.
This full column of text.
Yeah.
Okay. So over here you can have probably 2 images, 4 images, 10 images.
I think there is 3 columns in total.
What is the third column?
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. But now
Now it's 2.
third, from a HTML perspective, it is still 2 columns only, no?
Now 2, yeah.
And this is like a set of cards with display flex,
Yeah.
one after the other. And this is also whatever with flex you can write or however you can style it, right?
Yeah.
So when this shifts here, obviously all the boxes changed their places, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So one box went below the other box. This is where you would use, for the whole page layout, you would use grid. Inside this box, you can either use grid or you can use flex box, depending on what your situation is. So understand the difference between the usage of these two. Okay. So now I'll tell you what. Let us scrap this freeCodeCamp thing, because when it's again going to go in steps. Okay, let's wrap this and then we'll close freeCodeCamp after this grid.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll close the HTML CSS part and practice some stuff later.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another like 3 minutes for our 40-minute break, Syed. Okay. Next. Your main selector should have a row gap property of 3 rem. I'll tell you what size. I'll stop this stream. I want to have a look at a couple of things.